Hold
How's
on,
my
hold
mic?
on. Disc Lord, I can hear
Brother.
you.
Is the mic fine?
Yeah. You sound good, kind of, but it's welcome, man. Welcome.
Oh, it's the wrong mic I got on. That's why.
You sound good. I could hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, but it's not the main mic.
Mm.
Hej, det er Sklørt. Nice to see you, man.
Hey guys, long time ago.
Yeah. Disc Lord.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Yeah, me too. Just a second, and the mic should change too.
Yeah. Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, I had to come in and say, who's that Truth Lord guy you were talking to before?
Oh, wait. Truth Lord. Were you not in there?
Yeah, but that's not me. But you know, it's Neil. It's the first time I hear that one, but
Get out of here. Somebody else is in there pretending to be you?
no, it's me. But the name is not me. You know.
Oh, no. I knew it was you. I saw the thing. I was like, oh, that's Disc Lord. I know who that is.
It's a pretender.
For a second, I was like, "Is there another guy in the chat called Truth Lord?" No. Okay, it is me.
So
Let me just see with the mic.
let's see. Yeah, man. Go ahead. You know, while you're doing that, I was starting to realize, I was realizing a whole bunch of stuff. There's a lot that happened between the last time I came on and I made a show. Of course, I mentioned the holidays, getting with my family, my brothers and stuff, making fun of me, nephews and family, all of them making fun, but at the same time learning and actually recognizing what it is I was trying to tell them. Here's what I've noticed, right? Every day, and this is just within me. Every day I breathe, right? Some people these days are more prone to getting cold because the weather is getting cold and everything, and people are getting cold, they're getting phlegm. So if you do that, listen, guys, listen. All right, drink tea, drink water, make sure you hydrate, drink tea. Don't force your body into extremes of weather, right? Take the time if you're going to go into cold. Take the time if you're going to go from the cold into the hot. Okay, take some time. So make this gradual. One, two, drink a lot of fluids. Hydrate. The cold tends to remove moisture from your body, and when it does that, it makes you dehydrated. So make sure you're drinking a lot of fluids. Hydrate. And if you don't like to pee, I understand that's a side effect of hydrating. So you got to drink a lot of water. You got to drink a lot of fluids, right? Don't drink too many diuretics. Don't drink too many coffees, teas, don't drink too many black teas. It's good for you, but not too much. All right. And everything in moderation. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water. You're hydrating. Stay hydrated. Take good, decent supplements. One of the things I like to take, and make sure you consult your doctor, because I'm not a doctor. God bless you. Make sure you consult your doctor first. Oregano is really good. Oregano, don't take it raw. Don't take it straight. That'll fuck you up. Make sure you put a couple of drops, like 3-4 drops in water, right? Oregano.
Chuck that bottle down. The pure
Yeah.
stuff.
Chug it. You know what I'm saying? Oregano, vitamin C, acerola specifically, acerola vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin E, of course. Those are the regulars. Copper, freaking zinc, things
I
of
heard
that nature. Serious
I heard
business. What's happening, fam?
vitamin D3 in the liquid form. I forgot the specific kind.
Vitamin D3 and vitamin K. Yes.
Yeah, the D3 in the liquid form. There's a kind that absorbs very quick,
Yes.
within an hour or less. I believe it
Yes.
is.
And if you're living in those regions like the Austrias and the Denmarks and stuff like that, and I know Austria's further south than Denmark, but I guess during these times of the year, these periods, you're not getting nearly as much sun as those of us in the States are. So
No, and when we do, it's still too cold to enjoy.
Right. So definitely to getting a vitamin D, right? Taking a vitamin D liquid supplement. You don't have to take
Oh, yeah.
the pills either.
Very
You can
true.
take them in a liquid form, and the liquid forms come with the dropper pipettes. So again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist. However, there are ways in which you can better take care of your body. And the reason I'm saying that, y'all, is because the small things that you do that will affect your body will also affect your mind, and it'll ultimately
Yes.
mean that you have to spend less money at the doctors. So
Yes.
eating these things, drinking these things, taking these things, especially during the harsh times of the year, i.e. the winter time. You know what I'm saying? Will make you healthy, right? If you could deal with it in the cold, you could definitely deal with it in the heat. I promise you that. So it'll keep you nice, keep you healthy. By the time the spring rolls around, you're ready to rock. You understand? So taking those supplements, the zinc, if you're taking zinc, make sure you take it with copper, right? You want to take zinc and copper simultaneously. And the thing is, you don't have to take pills. If you're not prone to taking pills, if you don't like taking pills, you could take it in a dropper pipette form. You could take it in a liquid form as well. Now I'm talking about that because I'm talking about this. I'm starting to realize is every day, you know, I've got big nostrils, right? I got a big giant nose. We get it, right? And when I breathe in through my nose a lot of times. What I recognize is that part of my nose during the day is stuffy. The not fully stuffy, but I get more air out of one side of my nose than I do the other.
I know that.
Throughout the day, it shifts. It changes. I'll get more air out of another side of the nose than the other, out of one nostril than the other. What I'm starting to think is this, y'all. And hey, I might be crazy, but I might be onto something. And I might add on to something that you guys might have already thought at some point. Is that that's just how our bodies are. Maybe my body, but I notice it. That's how it is. One nostril takes in more air than the other throughout the course of the day, then it changes. It could be on a 12-hour schedule. I'm assuming, I don't know, throughout the day, but half the day it might shift, or maybe a quarter of the day it shifts. Another quarter of the day it shifts. So 6 hours, one nose or one nostril, 6 hours, the other nostril, 6 hours, the other nostril, 6 hours. So basically,
Or maybe it depends on which part of your brain you're using and stuff like that. You know, now we need more oxygen over here, over there.
Right.
I don't know.
So maybe, because now here's the thing is that this eye sees more red and this eye sees more blue. I only got two eyes, so, you know, and they both work, but they're not the greatest. But what I notice is if I look at a something with a white background, and it's got to have a white background so I could see the tint behind it. This side of my eye, or this eye, will give me more red. This eye will give me more blue. It will make the white a little bit more bluish. It'll make this one more red.
Same with me. Same with me.
So you notice it.
Yeah, and I just tested it on the screen in front of me on the white. Exactly the same thing.
See?
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'm not crazy.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
So everything has its I don't know if I think you guys know what I'm trying to say, but every
polar
part of us,
opposite thing.
Yes.
Coming together. Yeah.
Yes. Every part of us has that opposite thing that comes together to make us our whole. Let me see. So when we breathe, also they have that diagram of how the air comes into our lungs, and it comes in, it turns into a what's that thing? The Coriolis effect in our lungs. As we breathe in, it swirls up, and then as we breathe out, it probably does the same thing. Breathe in, breathe out. We look, but also while we're breathing, I'm thinking out loud. I don't have a necessary direction, but I'm thinking out loud because maybe I'm putting some pieces together for the rest of you guys. That's why I'm doing it, so bear with me. I'm thinking about how my heart functions. And so if we think about the Rupus Negra being the heart, right, of this world, right, it breathes. It does the same thing. It releases, the middle releases water, sends it out, and then that water comes back, just like the circulatory.
So you get the waves, right?
Right. And the tides. And so like our bodies, like our body, like the circulatory system, broken up into 4 chambers, right? 4 chambers. You have your ventricles and you have your atriums, right? At the top and the bottom. If you look at the center of the world from the top down, right? The Rupus Negra, the heart in the middle, those 4 islands split up by those rivers they function like the circulatory system. They function like the heart. They function like the chambers of the heart, if you think about it.
As above, so below.
Yeah.
So, you know.
As without, so within.
Yeah.
So
You know, everything has to be together, you know, like we are just one part of this world. We are, it's all together. It's all
right. Right. So I was watching Bro Sanchez earlier today, and something he said that I've always believed, but he put it in a way in which it's a different way that I never considered it. How he said the more people there are on this earth, the faster time moves. The more people there are here, the faster things go on, the faster time moves.
Yeah, that would make sense in a simulation as well, because it would have to use less power to run the thing, and so it would speed up the time to waste a lot of less processing power and all that stuff. Make us feel like things are the same, but you can actually feel it's faster though. But it seems the same, but it is faster.
It's more. It's right.
You have
Even
to be
though
aware
the time
of it being faster.
Yes. Even though the time still goes the way it does,
Still the same hours on the clock and shit, but they are faster now. You just don't. You have to know to feel it.
Exactly. You have to like be aware that it's happening. It's strange.
Yeah.
But he was showing a diagram of the zodiac, and around the zodiac there were people turning it. Turning it. Their hands were turning it. And so you had a set number of people, but I would imagine the more people you have, the faster that thing moves.
Yeah.
The more hands you have on it, the quicker it moves. And so I'm like, holy shit, he might be onto something.
Yeah.
He might be onto something. And while he's talking about that, I'm thinking about just how our and I have that book here. It's called The Human Atmosphere by Walter Kittinger, I think it is. The Human Atmosphere by Walter. No, it's not. No, I forget his name. Walter something. The Human Atmosphere. It's a book I talk about a lot. And it basically talks about how they were able to see the people's auras, right? People's electromagnetic fields. And so part of your electromagnetic field is the air that you're breathing, how you're breathing the air and everything. The heart, each time your heart pumps, your electromagnetic field, wow, wow, wow. It's basically like the Rupus Negra is pumping, and the sun and the moon are part of that electromagnetic field.
Yes, we are living in an electromagnetic world, of course.
Yeah. And the seawater is the blood. It serves as the blood, helping that electromagnetic field work, helping the electromagnetic field of this earth plane that we live on.
Also the oil and everything they pump out and we gas it out, you know, this is all part of the earth, you know, this is all. Yeah, and we we just don't understand it, but the people that are using it, they understand it. That's the thing. You know?
Yep.
Of course, this is a living, breathing world. It wouldn't work otherwise.
Exactly. And this is why when they get us to think that this world is a ball rock in space, it pulls us polar opposite than what we're supposed to think that this thing is, and that it's an organism, just like us. We're part of an organism.
That's the bullshit they want to get you, you know? That's
right. And because so many of us believe that this thing is just, everything is just happening just to happen out of chance, then there's no way in hell that those that are lost are ever going to get this place, are ever going to understand that. Huh?
Like you said, Vlad, you know, they feed us shit, they give us shit, and so how will you prosper? You cannot prosper in this environment. You have to make it yourself, you know.
Yes.
If you keep eating shit, you know, then it's like if
you are shit.
You are what you eat, you know.
Yeah,
sure,
totally.
You become a shit. So
you are shit.
Stop being a shithead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because we have all this electricity around us all the time, 24/7. And we've found another way to make this ethereal plane, this ether, and we've made it physical by using conductors, by using wires. Everything is based off of the physical. So we've taken something that should be used. Like I know David Weiss was talking with his mom. You know, she's no longer around, right? I saw a video of him talking with his mom, and he was talking about the Tesla Tower in why it was in Long Island. It's out there by along the northern, close to the northern coast, that closer to Connecticut. It's out there in Long Island. It was that gigantic tower that they tore down. It's no longer there. But it's like a museum that's there. It's like a Nikola Tesla museum out in Long Island. But when I go back to New York, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna take pictures, and then I promise I will send it to y'all when I go back to New York. But anyway, that thing was designed there to help transmit or get electricity to everyone. It sounds as if it takes the air around it and it moves the air around it to where people can use it and get light, make TVs work, whatever you're going to use it for, you can use it.
It's like WLAN, you know. It's a frequency. You have to.
So they destroyed the build. They destroyed it. They took it down in like 1950, right before the war. They took it down.
They didn't destroy it. They transformed it. You know. They used it for their before it was for the people. Now it is for them.
Right.
And now you have to pay for it.
Exactly. So they destroyed it, and they got us to think that electricity needs to be harnessed within a conductor, a metal physical object, in order to transfer it from one place to another, except we've got Wi-Fi.
Energy is everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah. The free energy. That's why they was able to build these towers or these buildings that they built.
Right. And you know, I actually went online and I looked for periodic tables with ether, whatever you want to call it, right? Periodic tables with ether. You know, they don't sell them. They're so hard to find. And then it was one of the people that made the was not Gregor Mendel, Mendeleev, the Russian chemist Mendeleev, the granddaddy of the periodic table. He is one of the last people to use the periodic table with the element of ether, which some people, it's actually the element of ether is split up into two elements, what they call them. One of them was like newtonium, and the other one was coronium, not chromium, but coronium, like coronium, right? So it was split up into two elements prior to us going from that, moving on to helium and hydrogen and lithium, beryllium, moving from left to right. You don't find them nowhere. I'm trying to find where you could find it. You can't find it nowhere. And then it didn't have an atomic what's an atomic symbol. It didn't have a symbol like we're used to seeing H, we're used to seeing this one, that one. Instead of it didn't even have an atomic weight or anything. It had an X and it had a Y. That's all it had in that box. All you saw was a blank in the middle, nothing. You saw an X, you saw a Y. That was it. And they don't sell those periodic tables nowhere. You can't even have it as a keepsake. You can't even have it as something old. We don't use this no more. This is what they used to be. They don't sell them anywhere. And unless you could find them, please let me know. But
what do you think? Well, what do you think what the ether is?
You know, it's okay. With what I've experienced, we can feel the static in the air, right?
Exactly.
And so when you feel
the transmission, it's the fluid which transmits the information, you know?
Right. And so you can feel it. I think to some degree you can smell it even sometimes. It depending on how it moves.
You're right.
Huh?
You're very right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can smell it. Yeah.
And depending on how it moves, you can make it cold. You can make it hot around you, right? How it mixes in with magnetism, like I couldn't tell you. I don't even think I
You know,
think even I
it's the
think even the way
transmitter.
we
It's the
right, and I
fluid
think
and
even the way we've been taught, like we're separating the things when maybe we shouldn't be separating them. How electricity is one wave and
it's
magnetism
all
is another
one.
wave. It's everything should be one, right?
Yeah, of course. It's all one.
But
Yeah.
we've been taught otherwise. We've been
Of
taught,
course.
your H
We are
wave
taught
and
much
your
bullshit.
E wave. They're two different vectors and everything. And I'm like,
Yeah.
they're like electromagnetic principles and this. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
what about this ether thing that this stuff needs to travel through?
You're exactly, yeah.
So we have in this column of air, right? The higher you go, the more of it that you can get. The more of it you can get. So I'm thinking there's a height at which we can be, and it might be 33 feet. It might be 33 feet, or it might be 66 feet, or it might be that every 33 feet you might be experiencing a significant change in how much static electricity you can harness and how much you can get. And the reason I say that is this: air is obviously a different medium, air. And the air, and what I mean by the traditional air that we breathe and everything else is a little bit different. Not different. Well, yes, a little bit different than the water that's below us, right? The water that's below us, what you could do is you could take a ball, right? And say you put weights on the ball, it's still a ball with air on it. As soon as you put the ball in the water, what happens to the ball? It shrinks a little bit. But then as soon as you let it go, what happens? It comes up to the surface. It's on the surface. It's at a place of harmony. It's sitting on the surface. It's not getting any higher. It's buoyant, yes, and it's not getting any lower because it's at a place of
in the medium in which it is. Always.
Yeah.
You have to think about always what the medium.
If you force pressure, or if you force it down into the water column, it begins to shrink. Do you know that the deeper that you take it, as soon as you hit, guess what depth? You cut the size. If the ball is right now, say it's a 12-inch diameter ball, as soon as you bring it down to a specific depth, guess what size it'll be? You'll cut the size in half. Guess what depth that is?
Wait, let me think.
33 feet. 33 feet of seawater. 33 feet of seawater. You cut the volume of that ball. Now, the pressure is going to be great, but you cut the volume of that ball in half. That's like the greatest change is from 0 to 33 feet of seawater. Yeah. Once you put that ambient pressure on that ball, that's the greatest change that it makes, is from that height, or that.
Yeah, you know this because you were in submarine boats. This works the same, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I used to be. Yeah, when I was a diver, this is like the principles that you learn of.
That's great, man. I love how this works, you know, and how people are able to go in these deeps and go down, you know, and just man.
And it's crazy because it's like it's an atmosphere. The water's an atmosphere all itself, not anything that too many of us are too familiar with because we don't live down there. We live in our own version of the water, which is the air that we breathe. You know what I'm saying?
We are land animals.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
We cannot live in water, of course. Yeah.
But the air that there it is. JJ, there we go. Oh, thanks, JJ. But JJ, hey, the thing that I was saying is that I would like to find this periodic table where I could purchase it, is what I'm saying. I can't find it anywhere. Like I haven't seen this one. I haven't. Thank you, JJ. I haven't seen this. And so what I'm going to do, y'all, is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to not only share this with y'all, but thank you, JJ. I'm going to show y'all what it is JJ sent us, so we can all see it. But yeah, like I'm thinking that maybe the Tesla tower, part of the reason why they took that shit down was so we can't measure its height. I don't know how tall it was. They could probably tell us, but then again, that might be a lie. Who knows?
They took it down? Really?
Yeah, they took it down. It's not there no more. They destroyed it. It's
Ah, of
not
course.
in,
Ah, now I get it. Yeah, sorry. Of course. Yeah, of
yeah.
course I took it down.
So
Because
here it is.
it was a different technology, you know. Tesla wanted to have a world where everybody has free energy, and this was not in the minds of many people, you know. Absolutely not. Never. You don't get
Mhm.
free energy. Not
Free
Look at
human.
that, man. It looks like you're riding the serpent from the bottom to the top.
You see it? It looks like right. It looks like a DNA coil almost. But yeah, dang. There's so many things you could take away from this.
Plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus. This is how it works, you know, because you all have these fields around you, and all these fields are propelling each other, you know, and this is how you
Let
get
me
power.
yeah. I
Yeah,
went ahead and I gave that to y'all. Even okay, so you guys are definitely. I would recommend that you guys take this and take a look at this. Take a look at this link that JJ just gave us. Because I can't see this because it won't clarify many of these letters. I can't see the rest of it. But look at that first octave. This is it breaks it down into music almost too.
yeah,
They talk about octaves.
yeah. This is octanten. This is like, you know, you got a
Every
wave now.
yeah.
If you
Wow,
got a
look at
wave,
that.
you got the sinus
Like a
curve, you
sine
know.
wave. So you
Sinus
can even turn this on its side
curve.
and look at it like it's a sine wave.
Beautiful.
Look at that. Wow. You know, fifth octave, sixth octave. And when we think of octaves, we think of, middle C to the next C up to the next
Eight.
C above that.
I was
Right.
thinking about 8. You know, octave
Right.
comes from 8.
It's every eighth letter, which is the same,
Yes.
which is just a higher pitched letter of the
Yes.
original.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. And it's funny because in electromagnetic theory or in EM theory, what they talk about is what they talk about are harmonics. Harmonics are one of those things like they almost resemble the same thing. So like a harmonic of it would be your original frequency, and then so a duplicate of that frequency, like say you're at 50 megahertz, and then if you double that, you're at 100 megahertz, you'll see a signal come up because that's a harmonic of that original frequency of 50. But then if you cut that 50 in half, if you go down to 25 megahertz, you'll see that there is a signal coming up because of the original frequency. It's like a harmonic that they're showing us. This is crazy.
We are all made of frequency and electric. You know, we are we are beings like this. We are made of this.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. This is crazy. So I sent that to you. Well, JJ did. Thanks. Shout out to you, JJ. I went ahead and I sent that to y'all. Now I'm gonna go ahead and we're 3.5 hours deep. I know Saab might be on right now. I could tell he's probably on. So I want to go ahead and give you guys an opportunity to get with Saab. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap it up. But before I do, I wanted to talk a little bit as to the progress as to where we are with the app, y'all. So we are where we'd like to be with the app, of course, the Hours app, and I'm excited. I am ecstatic. The Hours, of course, is the app. What we're talking about when it comes to the Old World Ruins and Structures app. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I like kind of showing these things off. I'm really excited about this app, and you guys should be too, because it's going to be an amazing app. So here it is. Here's a little bit of it. Let me give it to y'all. Let me give it to you. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Here are a couple of screens. Oh, no, not that. Definitely not that. Here are a couple of screens of the Hours. Of course, it's going to take forever. Anytime I really want to do something, it takes all day. Okay, here we go. Of course. Here we go. Cool. All right. So here is some of the screens of the Hours right here. Hopefully you guys could see it. Let me go ahead, zoom in. All right. We are moving. We are grooving. Here it is. Here's some of the hours, some screens of the hours. And of course, it's about old world ruins and structures. What you're looking at in front of us is an old world structure. Take a picture of it while you're there. You may not even have to know what the name is, but as long as you take a picture of it and you go ahead and you put it in the database and you leave a marker as to where it is, what'll happen is it'll come up faint at first. Hours. That was the original name. Old World Ruins and Structure. We got rid of the A and we just made it the OWRS, the hours. Right? And so what happens is this. You have this effect. If you get it 85% of the time, it starts to get more solid. The less you have it, right, the more faint it is. And so the hours, here goes the map with it. Of course, this map is going to take all day to load. Nice. But this is the map. It's going to be a overhead projection of whatever it is you're taking a picture of. And of course, the more that you start taking pictures of whatever the structure is, the more fidelity it starts to add to whatever it is you're taking a picture of. And then you just add on to that. It makes it perfect. This app, I am so excited for it, but we're still in the growing phase. We're in phase 2, so we're making progress. Not as fast as I'd want for it to be, but hey, this is a grassroots effort. And, you know, as long as it's a grassroots effort, it's honest and it's real. And you know what? It's from the heart. So
Sometimes they punch back, you know, and then you have to step back one, and then you go 2 in front of again, you know.
Was this?
Sometimes they punch back, then you have to go 1 step back, and then you go 2 in front again, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they fucking, you know, you get a headbutt, you know, and then you fucks you back, you know, and then you go again. You know, what did you do?
Yeah, shoot, man.
Got it.
And so it's cool. It's cool because here we go. Here is the hours. Okay. And hold on.
The punch back.
Let me send to y'all.
Whatever.
Here is the hours, y'all, for PayPal, in case you don't know. So now you know. Here's the hours for PayPal. Boom. This is the PayPal link for the hours. And this right here is the Cash App link for the hours. This is all for the hours phase 2. We're still in phase 2. Difference is that they're working on it. And so with these guys working on it, that's all we can ask for, but we're still paying for phase 2. Here's the app. Here is the hours phase 2. And just like I said, with phase 2, you've got some things coming down the pike. You've got actual things that you could see, that you could get your hands on, how it's going to look, how it's going to feel, and stuff like that. That's coming in phase 2. And so you get to see it for yourself. And I'm excited about that. And you should be excited about that, especially if you contributed, even if you didn't contribute. But I would like for you to contribute so we can get this thing in everybody's hands as soon as possible. So please donate to the hours phase 2 now on Cash App. Boom. And on PayPal. There it is, y'all. We're $4,400, well, roughly $4,400 away now in phase 2 to get this covered. So let's cover down on the hours phase 2. Also, if you hadn't sent me, you know where I'm at, ironwork92,000@gmail.com. Send to me your email or email me, and then we could talk. Send me your address because I got some good stuff that's coming your way. For all you guys, I have your address. You know what to expect. You can expect it. It's going to be some dope stuff. And then you can give me your feedback as to what you think should be better with it. But of course, I don't want the rest of y'all to miss out. So don't miss out. What's up? What's happening? Anyway, fam, that's all I got. You guys have any last words? Disc Lord, Mr. Van Dyke, any last words?
I just want to say thank you for being here, and yeah, let's fight on, right? Let's do this.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, man. And thank you, Mr. Van Dyke. I appreciate you being here. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Me too.
Yeah.
Discord.
Just
Danke,
nice to see you
Discord.
guys. Nice to say hello again, and that's pretty much it. Good show, good talk.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And Discord, it's always a pleasure having you here too, man. And definitely the both of you guys, don't ever be a stranger. Always be here. Always be here. And J.R. Hartley, it's always a pleasure. Anytime, sir. Anytime. Salad,
No worries.
anytime. Shout out to you as well, Mr. Van Dyke, Flat Bob. Yes, yes. RG, Salad, JJ. Yep. Serious business. Always a pleasure.
Anytime, long time.
Hell yeah. And the rest of y'all coming through in the Foundry. It's always appreciated. It's always a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And don't forget about the hours, both on Cash App and also on the PayPal side. And with that, fam, I'm going to let y'all have it. I'm going to leave y'all with my blessing, family. I wish everybody here nothing but the best. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity. Most of all, wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. Be wise in these days to come, family. And with that, fam, we love you. We're out. Make sure to go to Sobs. I think he's on right now. Peace. See y'all Friday, y'all. Peace, peace.
Peace.
Yes,